Hey guys, Jake here, and today I'm going to bring you a deck I've made that's sort of meta, but since I don't play meta decks, I had to make it as less meta as I could. So today I'm going to bring you a Paleozoic build that I personally enjoy, and I've been doing pretty good with in tournaments. So let's get right into the profile. The first card that we have here is we have Double Lava Golem. You've seen this card. You're probably going to see this card a few more times from me. I like the card. It burns your opponent. It tributes to their monster. It just screws them over. And they can swing with it. You could put it in defense mode. And that 3,000 attack points that it has comes in handy with another card that you also play. The only monster you play is Double Necroface. You'd play 3 if it was at 3, but the poor card's only at 2. For good reasons, though. This card, what it does is when this card is banished, both players remove the top 5 cards of their deck, which turns out to be spell and trap cards once you played another card. And also when it's normal summon, you can shuffle back all the banished cards, and it gains 100 attack and defense per both. Both players trap banished cards, by the way. So that's it for monsters. Now let's go into spells. I only play 3 spells. You could play more if you wanted to. You'd probably take out more traps. But the spells I play are Upstart Goblin. Upstart Goblin is a card where you draw a card, and the other player gains 1,000 life points. 1,000 life points doesn't really matter. It's just a deck thinning card. Another card I play is One Day of Peace. This is good for stalling. Your opponent can't do any damage for you on their next turn, and you both draw a card, so you can deck them out with it easier. The last spell I play is, which I thought about playing at 2, but I've ended up putting it down to 1, is Inferno Tempest, okay? This card reads, when you take 3,000 or more battle damage from one attack, you can activate this card. Remove all monsters from each player's deck and graveyard from play. So that would trigger your Necrofaces, and if you ran into a Lava Golem, they'd have their Lava Golem on the field, so they'd be burning for more. And they would banish all their monsters and then 5 spell and trap cards per Necroface for a total of 10. So, which most decks leads them down to less than 5 cards, or 10. Now we're going to get into the Paleozoic monsters. I play the Draw Engine, play 3, I've been calling it Pika. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation, but I like calling it Pika. This card's effect is you discard 1 Paleozoic from your hand and draw 2. This is literally your draw engine, and of course with all Paleozoic monsters, when a trap card's activated, you can special summon it from the graveyard. Another trap card I play is Aledion. This lets you target a monster that's not quite 3,000 and put it to that 3,000 attack points that you need. It also lets you target a monster and run over somebody else's monster if you can. This is your MST in your deck. You can play this from your hand when you have a certain monster on board. Paleozoic monster. It lets you target a spell and trap card and destroy it. Along with all the other Paleozoics, you can special summon it from grave. Another card I play is Kanid. This is basically your Book of Moon. It has to be an opponent's monster, and you can special summon it from grave. And then the last Paleozoic card I play is Lincholi. This card lets you target a banished card and put it back into your graveyard, which, when you're getting low on cards or they've managed to banish one of your Paleozoics, lets you target it and put it back in grave. Now that we're out of the Paleozoic cards, we're now into the regular trap cards. We have Jarkry. Self-explanatory, lets you draw a card. Chain of Paleozoic, special summon, have a card on board. Another card, Legacy of the Yatagata. Literally Jarkry, except you get a draw 2 if they have a spirit monster, which I've yet to ever have that happen, so it's pretty much just more Jarkry. Reckless Greed. I've been debating about this card for a while. I'm still not sure whether I like this card in the deck or not. It's just, I'm having a problem with the skipping draw phases. I know you only skip 2 if you chain them both at the same time, and I just have an issue with the card. But it's a nice card for drawing right now for traps. Now we're getting into our recycling. We have one card we play, two of is Jar of Avarice. This card is you get to target 5 cards in your graveyard except Jar of Avarice, shuffle them into the deck and draw a card. You could chain a Paleozoic out of this, or you can shuffle back your stall cards that we'll get into later, and it just lets you recycle, and you get a plus. Really good. And the main recycling card I play is Localized Tornado. This card lets you shuffle your entire hand and graveyard into the deck, which lets you recycle your entire graveyard and your hand. So when you're running low, when your opponent thinks they're about to deck you out, you just reveal, nah man, I got everything back. And now, the stall cards you're probably going to be getting used to from me. Thunder Ruler, Threatening Roar, Woboku. Thunder Ruler, you activate on their standby phase, they don't have a battle phase. Threatening Roar, they can't declare attacks. Woboku, they can't do damage, and your monsters can't be destroyed by battle. And then, for our last 2 traps, is Solemn Warning and Chaos Chapel. Solemn Warning, kind of a staple for most decks. In Chaos Chapel, I've just finding it's been really helpful against ABCs, Blue Eyes, decks that run a lot of light and dark monsters. And sometimes you can get that light Bujin card that Zodiac's play. So it's just a nice card to play. And that is it for main deck. That's 40 cards. And now we're going to get into our extra deck. One extra deck card I play is Number F0, Utopic Future. This card lets you overlay 2 non-number monsters, and its effect is basically you swing, you take no damage, it can't be destroyed by battle, and you take their monster. So it's kind of like a battle phase based Big Eye. Another card you play is Armored Kappa. This card is just another stall card. When this card's involved with an attack, you can discard a card from your hand, and basically it becomes revoked. Here we get into Paleozoic monsters. We have the Search card. This card, you detach a monster attached to this monster, and you get to search a Paleozoic card from your deck. Also, when this card's on field, you can activate Paleozoic traps from your hand. And as with all Paleozoic monsters, which I failed to mention before, they're unaffected by monster effects. And now, another card I play is Paleozoic. Don't know how to pronounce his name. This card, basically, he's unaffected by monster effects, and if once per turn when a trap card is sent from your field, you get to excavate the top card, and if it's a trap card, add it to your hand. He also has effect to detach and pop a card on the board. And our last monster that we're going to go into is Utopia Lightning, which I have all 3 cards from the extra deck I personally use to get them out. You start off with this card you rarely get off. You only have when you have 2 Necrofaces on board, which you don't think it would happen as much as you can. There's just some times where you have really bad hands and you just stall them out and you somehow get both Necrofaces on board. So you just go Lightning and swing at them for 25 or swing over a monster for 5,000. It's just a nice card that I think everybody pretty much plays Utopia Lightning. And that's pretty much it for the deck. You have room for 4 more cards in your extra deck, I think. You could play Toad if you wanted. I personally don't like Toad. I think the card's not very fair, and I try to be as fair as possible when I do. So that's it for this video. Leave a like if you like the video. Hit that sub button if you're new, and hit me up with some comments if you like the video, or if you have advice or stuff. And throw it over to John.
Yeah, he said everything I could say. Thanks for watching, guys.